So there is a content creator influencer who goes by the name of Only Bells, who unfortunately was really taken into this Twitter purge, and there were a lot of tweets that were very troubling to see. She has now addressed it and made an apology video, and I thought I would do an analysis reaction to what she has posted.
Some tweets I made years ago, some shameful, just awful tweets that I made years ago on Twitter. I owe a lot of people an apology.
Guys, it's Muradi. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram if you guys wish to, Murad_Muradi. Subscribe and let's just get straight into this video. Before we do, please, and I stress this, please do not go and send any hate to this particular content creator. Do not go and send any hate. Reason being is because it's just a waste of your time. You're using your time to send hate, and whether you feel like somebody deserves it or not, it's just a waste of your time and a waste of your growth as an individual and as a person. So please don't go send any hate, any derogatory, and I mean derogatory, abusive comments in relation to this specific person will be deleted, because I don't want that to be harboring in the comment box only to grow. We just don't need to do that. We're all adults on this channel and watching this stuff. This is just a kind of a analysis, psychoanalysis to an extent when it comes to stuff like this, because you know I do like to react to everything in relation to an apology video. Now, you wouldn't think it would be hard for somebody to do an apology video, but most of the time when it comes to content creators, it definitely does seem to be that is the case. It's just, you should just immediately take accountability. Now, she did apologize for her actions, and she also, you know, apologizes for how this could have affected several other people.
He knows I'm really sorry if this brought any of my tweets brought any type of triggering, any type of trauma, past trauma, present trauma, any of the sort. I really am truly sorry. I take full responsibility for my tweets.
Now, for what we need to be reminded about, if I quickly just go and see some of the tweets, I don't think I'm going to really read them out because they were very... There isn't a word to describe them, but want to know what's fun? RAPE. Abuse you for amusement? Then RAPE. I want to RAP you too. I want to RAPE you too. But then she would go off and say the amount of negativity on social media is really disgusting. That could never be me. Well, you know, unfortunately, it definitely was. She started off by making an apology and saying sorry, and also saying in relation to how she could have affected other victims, that could be, you know, in relation to RAPE. And I feel like that in itself was a good thing for somebody to do. I'm always going to come with unbiased pros and cons. I will never just bash somebody. It's not fair to do so. But my main issue with this particular video is that she came across very nonchalant.
Jokes playing like a sexual, it was just the most twisted, disgusting game ever. It was like, DM me and I'll tell you if I would sexually harass or rape you. I can't believe like I even...
She was somebody who seemed very aloof, constantly looking somewhere else, as if she was waiting for the video to be done. And if I was speaking to you, my eyes constantly looking somewhere else, you would think that I'm not even being interested in filming this video, or that I really want this video to be done, because I'm not even looking at you guys and I keep on looking away. Now, it could be a habit, and it could be a, you know, just a natural bad habit, or it could be because she just really isn't interested in apology. Again, I'm giving you two perspectives, because it's best to be unbiased and objective when it comes to these analysis videos. But this is, personally speaking, no shade, no tea. I didn't even hear this influencer content creator beforehand, so I had no idea who this person was. So when so many of you guys were telling me to address this person, I'm like, I don't know who this person is, until I searched and found out myself. But yes, she was very nonchalant, and her body language just kind of shifted away, and her face really gave off this expression of that I'm just really over it. Like, I don't want to do this video. I don't want to, like, if you were to do video, you need to look into the camera. Your body language needs to be forward to the audience. You need to be gripping, be emotional, be authentic in yourself. It was a very monotone kind of voice, and a very just like low, bored, annoying, over it. This was the body language and the tone that I was getting from this video.
Abuse and this place, my platform was always meant to be.
I wasn't the only one. This is what a lot of people were also saying. Maybe it wasn't by, you know, purpose, whatever, but I would feel like if you were need to do an apology video, you would need to do it proper to kind of save your career, especially because of the breadth and the depth of the velocity of these tweets. But we also have guys who were also saying a lot of bad stuff, and they weren't being dragged as much as black women, and I feel like that in itself needs to be saved for a different discussion, because, you know, if black women are not being the ones who are at the bottom barrel of all the abuse, anybody who is being criticized for, you know, their own tweets, and if they are black women, they would then be treated the worst and get the brunt of it. Do you know what I mean? I feel that in itself needs to be in this kind of conversation. It's kind of this subconscious or conscious internalized misogynoir that we kind of have in this climate today. He then refers to DM games that she was playing.
Decided, yeah, this looks like a fun game, I'm gonna join in. It's just the most stupid thing ever. It's just embarrassing, it's just disgraceful, it's just not what I'm about at all.
That would take place, and you know, I've never really heard of these games in my entire life. I don't know what kind of games these were, but I just feel like whether you're playing a game or not, I understand you want to try and explain something, but it kind of feels like you're kind of making an excuse. Whether you're playing a game or not playing a game, it was wrong, which you acknowledge, yes, but I didn't understand that reason. It seems, I don't know if there's a complex here, because there is this constant kind of regurgitation of light skin, you know, verbal kind of terms, and I don't understand why that's constantly being used in the video. Like,
I'm also light-skinned, and I'm also made colourist tweets in the past, and I really want to apologise for those tweets. Like, you know I'm light-skinned, but I'm all...
There was just, I'm light-skinned, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, and it's just like you keep saying it. You said it once, you don't need to keep harbouring on it, because you're just wasting time in your apology video. Maybe she's nervous. It doesn't make sense to me as to why there was this kind of complex going on here. Obviously gave an insight to the demographics she used to go for. She said that I can't go for people who are Somali because they are similar aesthetic to me, similar demographic to me in terms of looks. People assume I am, so I can't really go for them, so therefore I'm going to go for people who are darker.
Of like Somali people, because I'm not Somali, but I had the features, I get told it all the time. So it's like I'm making fun of myself, so I can't make fun of them because I'm them, you know. I basically got grouped. So it was like, okay, who can make fun of people darker than me? And it's just so sad that...
Well, I'm not going to say I commend it, because you shouldn't commend somebody for explaining why they messed up, but it really gives a blunt, harsh truth for how people are really just stuck with the world of colorism and what it really has done to people, that they have to see and know that they have to go for somebody darker than them, and that is the end goal for a lot of people. It really becomes a kind of troubling situation. It definitely does. And that in itself, you know, you could have even cut that out of the video. We didn't even need to hear that child. You could have just been really apologetic. I did feel like there was no emotion in the video. It was just very nonchalant, very just like disinterested. And when she kept looking away, I was just like, child, look at me, child. I didn't even know you were, but I want you to look at me so we can have this conversation, this video. And I feel like that in itself, it's like, I don't know where your PR team is. If you have a PR team, your team behind you, where are they when it comes to stuff like this? They can train you in how to do it properly. And had you done a proper, sincere apology video, I feel like that perhaps would have helped. I don't know, but maybe it would have. Not oven burning? Oh, hell no. The issue for me is the turning off of the comments. If you're going to turn off your comments, it means that you don't want to hear the negativity. It means you can't deal with the negativity. You don't want to face it. And yes, I understand it can be a toll on your mental health. I totally understand it from that perspective, and I think that needs to be added to this particular conversation. But if you're turning off the negativity, or you're turning off just the comments in general, and you don't want to hear what your subscribers want to say, then that can really frustrate them to the point where they'll find other avenues to demonstrate their kind of frustration. So I feel like, you know, that in itself perhaps really isn't a good idea either. It really puts you in a place where you're not even bothered to hear how your subscribers and your fans and your supporters are feeling, and it's like you're just discarding them. And I feel like that is, I know you wouldn't want to read the stuff, I know it's, you know, you may not want to, but it's just not really a clever move to make. And when she does keep talking about being light skin, it really just, the verbal terms that can be very damaging. People don't understand how damaging these terms can be in relation to how they really are the core structures for the catalyst of what this monster colorism has become, where you have light skin and you have dark skin, two pillars. And you know, comparison is a thief of enjoyment. Comparison is the thief of enjoyment. And here you have people comparing light skin to dark skin, and which one's better and which one's this, which one's that. This comparison, now you're really killing yourself and you don't understand. The perpetrators of colorism are also victims too. I'm not giving them a victim mentality state. They just don't know it. They don't see it. They don't see how much of a they've been impacted by colorism to the point where they are now impacting somebody else. And this is the nature of so much that has taken place. And yes, these people were, young. They were 15 years old. They were different. RAPE situation, I'm not joking. That is something else. But people can change, people can grow, and I don't believe in cancel culture. I definitely do not. You can definitely develop and grow and become a better person. But saying sorry is one thing. You need to show it as well. And that in itself, I would say, is for the majority of other people. But for this individual, the RAPE stuff and playing these particular games in your DMs and how it's a fun thing for you to do. I don't understand where that came from. I don't understand. But then again, we all have different experiences in life. We all go through things differently. We're all impacted differently. So perhaps this person went through something so deep that this was a way to cope. I don't know. This is obviously me trying to be unbiased and objective and trying to keep an open light to this, because I'm not somebody who wants to try and really go in on somebody, because that could really extrapolate a lot of abuse for this person, and I just don't want to do that. So this is why I'm trying to be unbiased. But I just feel the nonchalant kind of behavior, the body language, the looking away, the kind of light skin constant reiterates. Then we had the turning off the comments. These are probably the cons I would say to the situation. I like that she did obviously apologize, and she did also apologize to all individuals that could be affected when it comes to the branches of RAPE. That and stuff I feel like was a very important thing to do, and I'm glad that she did it. I don't know whether this person can come back from this career. It's up to you guys. If you guys support her, if you guys liked her stuff and her content, I personally don't know of this person until today. So let me know what your thoughts are. So many of you guys wanted me to do this, and therefore I am doing it, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with this analysis when it comes to this particular apology. Do subscribe to my channel, please, for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Merali. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.